If you have a new puppy, I have a tip that has served me well for over a decade and through multiple puppies. And if you do not have a puppy but you have a dog, this can also work for you as well. Now, that tip is to be paying attention when different dog food companies and dog treat companies or dog companies in general are offering free samples or sample boxes. Now, this is really nice because it gives you free access to trying new dog foods or dog treats with your dogs, but I don't use it to decide if I'm going to switch dog foods. Once I've picked a dog food, if it's serving my dog well, I'm going to stick with that, and I don't want to mess up their tummy by giving them different types of food. So I actually use the bags of food, because they give you small sample sizes, as treats for my dogs. This works well for training your puppies. You're just going to put it in your silicone pouch, and you are going to then be able to use those in place of treats. It has that lower caloric value so that you're not, giving your dog as much food. And it is going to allow you to give them more of that. So if you're giving a biscuit, that's going to, take up more space and more calories than giving them a couple pieces of food. You can do more training with that. But I also use that for my older dogs as well. Once my dogs grew out of the puppy stage, throughout the last 13 years of my life, I have been getting samples when they are appropriate to be getting, and I use them as treats for my dog, which means it's a yummy snack for them. It's something that tastes new, but it's not going to upset their tummy because I'm giving them a full meal of that. So what do we do and how do we get these? There are going to be different types that you are allowed to apply for. So you will see some companies that are just giving them out for puppies. In fact, I just got a puppy box. You can check these guys out. They have those free samples every once in a while. This is the first I've heard of this company, so this is the first time I am trying it. But they give you samples of several different brands, so you can kind of see how they've got different brands associated with them. And I hear every so often they are going to be giving out these free puppy boxes to a certain number of people. If you can get in early and you say that you have a puppy, you can get access to one of these boxes for free. But dog food companies, dog treat companies will also have these just out. You can check their website. I highly recommend watching couponers. These people know when the freebies are going to be around, so watch couponers, which also helps you with your other shopping as well. And you'll be able to grab some of these. When I hear of these, I will put these on the channel. So follow along with me. If I'm hearing about the freebies, I will let you guys know. And sometimes they have different qualifications. So the box that I just got was specific to having a new puppy. I have new puppies, and therefore I was qualified for this. But if it had been this time last year, I would not have had puppies and I would not have been able to apply. So you do need to be honest about that. And you need to be keeping track of these things, because if you have a new puppy and you apply and then you get one, you can't do it again 2 months later. So just pay attention to the ones that you are getting so that you're not reapplying to something you've already done and get yourself in trouble. But a lot of these are just samples. They're just freebie samples for anyone. It doesn't have to be puppy specific. I specifically like it for puppies because you're doing so much extra training with them. Having dog food as those treats is really, really valuable, but you can then try it to see if you like it as potentially having treats. And if you do like it, if your dog particularly likes that dog food, but you don't want to give it to them as a dog food every single meal, you can get the small bags in the stores and just use them again as those biscuits, which really saves a lot on the calories. You can give them a little bit more, a little bit less. You can train a little bit more with them, whatever you want, whatever works for you. But I like the sample boxes as well because it comes with multiple things. There were like 3 different pieces inside of this one that I'm going to be able to use. I got it for my puppies. I think they'll eat one of the things they sent, and I actually think that the other 2 things will work really well for my older dog. And so I'm going to be able to use that however I want to work with my puppies and to try things out. And then if I like those for my older dog, I'm going to keep buying them. So this is a really good way for me to test things out, see if my dogs like it. There's no commitment to me. I don't have to make content on it. I don't have to talk about these things. It is literally just, here's a free sample. If you like it, go buy more. Oftentimes they'll even send coupons in the boxes of the samples that they are sending you. So if you get like a small bag, and I've gotten everything from like a little individual bag that you would see the same size that you would send in your kid's lunch of like a Ritz Bits or something. And I've seen like full sized treat bags of dog food or dog treats that they are sending you. Just depends on what company is sending it and which one you have applied for. So you want to be mindful of those things, and you can use them in a lot of different ways. Another thing that you can do with these, and I kind of like this, if you are collecting these boxes or collecting these samples and your dog cannot get through all of them, you can hang on to the individually sealed little treat bags or food bags for the next time your friend or family member gets a new puppy or a new dog. You can give them a welcome doggy basket, which we talk about here on the channel. We're going to give you some really cool ideas for that, so subscribe and follow along if you want really good dog gift ideas and dog parent gift ideas. Those are coming really soon, especially for the holiday season, and you are going to be able to make these cool baskets, and it won't cost you anything. If you're collecting these freebies and your dog can't get through them, save the ones that you're not going to use for your dogs, keep them sealed up, and then you have the ability to either use them later on for your dog, so go through one thing first, then the other thing, or you can use them as gifts for other people, or you can donate them. There's a lot that you can do with it if you are getting like a sample box and your dog is not going to eat one thing versus the other. So the box I just got, I got a thing of treats, and I got 2 wet dog food types, and my puppies are not going to eat that. I'm going to try it with my senior dogs, but previously to now, none of my dogs would have eaten wet food, so I would donate that somewhere, or again, hold on to it for a gift for somebody that I know who is getting a puppy or adopting a dog. And that's going to work really well to make sure everybody is getting access to these things. And then, of course, it's free marketing for those companies. They are getting eyes on their products. They're getting hands on their products. Oftentimes, especially now in this day and age, back when I first started with my first dog, we didn't have social media the way that we did now. Nobody was influencing back then, but now we are. And so you can see I've held up the box. You saw their logo. You saw the products. If I opened it up, you would see the products inside. You would be able to see all of those things. And that is marketing for them, potentially with the potential for virality. And so they have access to now giving you a product you can try. If your dog really likes it, you're going to go buy more. You're going to tell people about it. You're going to potentially be creating content on it. That is a brilliant way for them to be getting eyes and ears and money in their pocket because they are setting up these free samples. And so you're going to see different sizes of these. Sometimes it'll be one single treat. Sometimes it'll be a couple little treats. Sometimes it'll be a little package. Sometimes it'll be a big package. I'm surprised at some of the things that they send us. In fact, inside of this box, they sent a full-sized version of one of their treats. It's a full-size bag. Like you would go to the store and buy this full-size bag. So there's lots of things that you can get inside of these boxes. You just have to be mindful of them. And like I said, I will let you know when I'm finding these things. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on YouTube. I am going to do, as soon as I find it, I will be showing them to you so you can go grab them because they usually limit the numbers. Usually they're a fairly high number. Sometimes it's 1,000 people, sometimes it's 200,000 people, but it's going to go fast when those things go out. So pay attention to me, pay attention to couponers. I'm actually launching a brand new Shopping with KM platform where I'm going to be doing all of that for like Amazon and Target and Walmart and all the good things with all the good deals. So you can follow us over there as well. It hasn't launched yet, but it is coming in the next week or so. And I'm going to be telling you here on this platform about the dog related ones. So you have access to that and you can get your free samples as well. I've been doing this again since I got my first dog, since I got Lacey and Jada 13 years ago. I have found these different types of companies just giving out free samples. It's not consistent. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just have to stumble across it and find it, which is why you have to pay attention to people who are actively looking for it, like me. And then you have to apply. And sometimes you'll get it. Sometimes you won't. Most of the time, you will get it. I'm usually pretty early. Most people I know are usually pretty early, so it's not super hard to get them when you apply for them, but you just want to make sure you don't put it on the back burner and wait to do it because you will lose out. And then you just grab them. And with the holidays coming up especially, these are also really good stocking stuffers for your dogs. So if you are giving presents to your dogs or to your family members' dogs, these are really great, just little things to tuck in there and say Merry Christmas or a Happy Easter or whatever it happens to be, and give these as really nice little gifts, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. Follow along as I break down how to do more of this. If you have questions on it, go ahead and drop those down below, and we'll see you in the upcoming episodes as we help you navigate your life as a puppy parent and a dog parent, making sure that you are creating the best life possible for you and your babies. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.